Well, in our global outlook, kidnap your boss if you're worried about your future. That was the tactic CEO Chip Starnes faced at his factory outside Beijing. He was held for nearly a week and released before the weekend. He is home now, safe in Florida. Joins us now for a truly global outlook. And Chip is the president, by the way, of the Florida-based Specialty Medical Supplies. Chip, I bet you never thought you'd make global headlines with an event like that you've gone through in the last week. Before we get into some questions about what's next for the company, just tell me, what did you first do when you got off the plane in Florida?
Wow, you know, it's just nice. When I first got off the plane, I saw all my family and friends, you know, people that you take for granted on a daily basis. But when you're put in a situation like that, like I did for over a week, when you see all your families and friends there, it was very, very comforting to step off the plane and be embraced by everyone.
Well, did you ever feel threatened while you were being held captive by the employees?
Yeah, well, you know, the first 2 nights, the second night, absolutely 100% I did. Felt threatened. You know, they ransacked my room. 40 of them in there, wouldn't give me any personal space whatsoever, bumping up against you, sleep deprivation. Going into the third day, the local government, which is about the only thing they did, was got involved and spoke to all the employees there. They said, hey, you can't do that type of stuff. So it improved a little bit after that. So, but at the beginning, yes.
And at the beginning, yes, and then it improved after that. And finally, there was a deal worked out. So remind me again, the deal was that the company gave a lump sum, right? Is that to the local government, in which they were going to now distribute, or they're going to now decide to distribute to those employees?
That's right. Yeah. So we negotiated. You know, I signed about 20% of the agreements to get me out of the situation. That was just a nightmare that night. And then we went on lockdown when I refused to sign the other 80% of the contracts. And finally, I negotiated when I realized that this was not going to end at all. I had negotiated with the local government there to reach a settlement with the employees.
Okay, and people have looked on this and they've said, Chip, that what you found yourself in was a changing situation in China, where Chinese laborers, workers are starting to stand up for their own rights. Yep. And maybe this might have been the extreme in standing up, but this is part of a growing trend in China.
Yeah, it is a growing trend in China. You know, I was speaking to some colleagues and friends the other evening, and you know, you do everything right. You know, you follow the rules, you hire all the professionals to set up your establishment and do it the right way. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, what's scary about it is that you don't have any control, and they kind of do what they want to do. And that's exactly what happened in this particular instance. So do you have any animosity towards them? Yeah, absolutely I do. You know, I do. You know, I've been there for 10 years. We've made significant investments over there, and now we're kind of put in in a hard place. And so I'm going to be back in the office today. We're working diligently on that to try to see what we can get done and move things along. All
right, Chip, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking some time out after recovering from that ordeal from last week. Chip Starnes, the president of Florida-based Specialty Medical Supplies, in our Global Outlook.